We're good.
Well, welcome back, everybody.
What's up?
What an intro. Seth started a new gym membership, so he's a little bit sore.
I actually haven't. I just went and used like the free day.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Yeah.
But you did get a gym membership?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just went to the gym.
Okay, got it.
And I lifted for the first time in a minute. I think the last time I lifted was before Kiana was pregnant with Oliver. Because then she was sick for 5 weeks and like there was no chance for me to actually go to a gym ever. Like she was like sick, like barely left bed for 5 weeks. That was tough.
Yeah.
So really, yeah, no, my whole body is freaking out.
It's ouching.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
It's ouching.
Also.
Oh, nice. I wish we were advertisers for Dr. Pepper.
I know.
That'd be fun.
Wouldn't that be amazing? We're gonna do movie recommendations. We have like a whole list. It's like, what do we recommend for all these different genres? And like, there's a few of them are a little bit niche, but
yeah,
we're doing our movie recs.
Should be fun.
Should be fun.
I'm excited.
And before we get into the movie recs, of course, we'll do Song of the Week. But I just have to rant about something real quick.
Go off.
Because this just was something I was trying to figure out.
Okay.
Obviously, planning a wedding. Wedding photography is so stupid expensive. Tell me how much you think like somebody's base price is. Just take a guess. Take a gander.
To take wedding photos and edit them all.
Yeah, and deliver them.
And this is not video. This is just photos.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Give me your best guess.
I feel like a base price for that should be around. Oh man, it's tough because the editing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But like,
yeah.
All right, let's say $400.
$400.
Yeah.
Oh, you are about to have a rude awakening.
Oh no. Most
like established wedding photographers.
Okay.
Base price minimum $5,000 to $6,000. $5,000 to $6,000.
To be fair,
$1,000.
Wow.
That's like literally $1,000 an hour.
No, you're right. Well, it's $1,000 an hour.
Yes.
For taking a photo.
Yes.
And then editing.
And then you edit.
Yeah.
But still.
Right. No, because then
I am a photographer. Like I've done weddings. I've shot weddings,
so
photo
tough.
and video. And I charge like for video, especially, it's around $2,000. But like $6,000 minimum is so outrageous to me. I cannot like, what am I paying for? Like your mortgage, your utility bill every month, like $4,000 that's going to your like child's like college fund or something. Like what am I paying for in that money?
That's a good question. Because
it is so stupid. Because our friend was going to do it. Now she can't, which for a really good reason, not like a bad situation, great situation, but she's going to do it. So we weren't going to have to pay that much.
Right, okay.
But then now we're like trying to find a different option, which is totally fine. And we have a year, so it's like fine.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, we're getting married in Wisconsin. I'll look at photographers around the area so we don't have to find somebody to like travel. Crazy.
That's tough.
$5,000 minimum.
Is that if you were to find one that was here in Michigan instead of one in Wisconsin?
That's the hope. Find somebody that I know that just like.
Well, what I mean is like if you were to find a professional wedding photographer that's established here in Michigan, not saying that you would hire them, but I'm just talking about the comps.
Yeah.
Is like Wisconsin photographers charging way more?
No, it's across the board. It's just that much. Every state. I have one friend that's a wedding photographer that I know from California. And I was going to ask her instead of our other friend that was going to do it. And she charges, her prices are amazing. Like actually amazing. And I would say she's like got it down.
Yeah.
but she can't shoot our wedding day because she's in a wedding the day after in California.
That's tough.
So I was like, and it would like include her travel and everything too.
Yeah.
And I was like, I would willingly pay that much, but she's busy.
Dang.
So I'm like, I just, especially because I could do that job. The only reason I can't physically do that job is because it is my wedding.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't justify paying $5 or $6 grand. That's crazy.
Why'd you say grand like that?
It's like that's 2 cars. That's 2 trips.
2 cars.
That's like
what kind of cars?
I mean, like a cheaper car.
I mean,
like
maybe
a used Facebook Marketplace car.
In Michigan?
Maybe not, but
in Michigan,
it's a car.
That's a car.
That's
like 1 car.
Still, it's
but no,
car.
you're right. You're saying, let me get a functional car that'll work for years.
Right.
Or let me pay for wedding photos.
Or have pictures of my wedding.
Whew.
But it's
honestly,
tough because
it's buy a car.
You have to have pictures of your wedding. It's like the one day that you spend money on something like that.
And that's why they charge you $5
exactly, because they know there's the demand. But that's crazy.
It does feel a little bit like...
The whole wedding industry is like that, though. Yeah. All of it's stupid expensive. Yeah. And I get it. I do weddings. But like, it just feels like I'm being robbed.
Yeah, it's like the industry
and I don't want to be robbed.
The industry standard seems a little bit, I don't know. It's, robbery.
It's crazy.
That's wild.
And there's certain people that like are just that amazing that I'm like, okay, I'd pay you $5,000. But for whatever reason, 6 just sounds outrageous to me. I'm like, I can't do that. That's crazy.
But then also, I feel like that would be your upper echelon of people, not just like every single one of them.
Which is wild because most just basic people start at like 5.
And that's ridiculous.
It's not even like
absolutely absurd.
It's not even like a super like it's not somebody that's like shooting in a magazine. It's just like your run of the mill wedding photographer starting at 5. And they're really good at what they're doing. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
They put tons of years and stuff into it and they have like a style and everything. But like, I don't know. That just blows my mind.
That's crazy.
Anyway.
That's crazy.
Hopefully we find a different solution. I guess I'll keep the podcast updated on how that goes.
Yeah. Good luck. Also, wait, one thing that I needed to say, especially before we do a movie episode. Honestly, he might listen to only a few minutes and then turn this episode off. But Cole in a past episode.
Oh, we have to right some wrongs.
No, yeah, and I'm gonna take some responsibility for this. I'm so sorry. Cole's one of our avid listeners, and he felt a little shaded because we said that after 3 minutes he turns the movie off, and he texted me when he was listening to the episode, which was only like a week ago, maybe.
Yeah,
he texted me and said, "I won't stand for."
This slander?
Yeah, I won't stand for this slander. I'm not listening to the podcast anymore.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he said that.
He said
uninvited to my wedding.
He said, I'll watch a movie for a whole 10 minutes before I potentially turn it off. I said, oh, my bad. Let me correct that so that we don't slander your name. So shout out Cole Winemko, who will give a movie up to 10 minutes. For him to fall in love with it or something before he deems it like this ain't worthy. Let me turn it off. So not 3 minutes like we said in a past episode. Don't remember what episode it was, but it's 10.
Yeah, that's wild.
I got you, Cole. All right. Well, there we go. Song of the week.
Oh yeah, I almost went into our other stuff.
No.
My song of the week. I'm just gonna hop right in.
Do it.
Is Have You Ever Seen the Rain by Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Whenever I hear that song or think of that song, I think of the movie Remember the
Titans.
Nice.
Such a good movie. And such a great song.
I almost chose that movie for one of our categories.
I almost did too. Yeah. I love that movie.
Oh, okay.
I didn't though.
Yeah. I just want to know what category, but then we'll talk about it when it's time.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for me, song of the week this week is Can You Picture That? By Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
From the Muppets. Nice. Great song.
I've been listening to like just a bunch of songs from the Muppets, whether from the Muppet Show or any of the Muppet movies. And that song is just incredible. So
yeah,
it's a jam, I tell you. It's a jam.
I'll
tell you what. Buttercups.
All right. Our first category is comedy.
Let's go. I'm so excited.
What movie did you write for comedy?
All right.
What would you recommend for somebody who's like, I want to watch a comedy tonight?
All right. So, comedy recommendation would be the movie Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Wow, throwback.
This is a Mel Brooks movie. And the thing about this movie that just any random person would, I think, really enjoy is it has so many references to so many different things throughout the movie.
Yeah, it really does.
So it's like a Robin Hood movie, so it's set in like olden times and whatnot. But then it's got references to modern day music. It's got references to like things that don't belong, but they're done in it's so good.
It is a fun movie.
It's really good.
It's a very quotable movie for us.
Huh. Oh, Master Robin, you lost your arms in battle. Yeah, we'll stop there.
Yeah.
Watch the movie. Finish the quote.
I would recommend, this is very specific.
Oh.
Death at a Funeral, the British version.
Yeah.
That comedy has slapped so hard with every person I've shown it to, except for one person watched it and like didn't like it. And that was like an immediate red flag. I was like, we won't get along.
Oh, wow.
And we didn't. I haven't really seen that person since. Not because of that. It just happens to be that way.
Do you want to out this person or no?
No.
Got it.
But
I'm asking later when the
yeah, I'll tell you later.
Sure.
But they're not watching this podcast, but I still won't say it.
That's fair.
But yeah, Death at a Funeral, the UK version, because there is an American version. The UK version.
The American
is
version
so funny. It has got a lot of top British actors in it.
Yeah.
Peter Dinklage is in it.
Yeah.
And it is just one of every person besides that one person has like wheezed laughing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It is so good. I showed it to my entire friend group of film people when I was in California, and they all, also but one, who, not surprising that person didn't like it.
LOL.
We won't say anything about that either.
Whoa.
But you know who they are. But everybody thought it was like one of the funniest movies they have ever seen. And that feels so good when you like show somebody a movie and they actually are like, no, that was amazing. And that was so funny, because it is one of the funniest movies.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
Yes.
You watched it with me.
I was a Weezer.
Yeah.
He
was a Weezer.
I wheezed when watching this movie.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's so funny.
It's so good.
Don't watch the American version. Watch the British version.
And I think the reason why the American version just felt like they were really just trying to remake the British version, and they just did it in a rushed.
Yeah, and it's like American humor, which is just not superior as I feel like the British, like the like very dry kind of funny.
I agree.
Yeah, I know British people are just so much funnier.
Yeah,
most of the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, it stands to just like most of your best in terms of all time, and this is a generalization, but it's a real one. Most of the best actors and actresses that have ever existed come out of Europe.
Yeah, or the UK.
Right.
Yeah.
Go to school in the UK.
Yeah. There's some very like
they're from somewhere in Europe. So not shading American people, because we got a good list of people from the States for sure, but we're just talking all time, and we're talking, that's just facts. Sorry. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Next up, rom-com.
I wonder if we wrote down the same one. What'd you write down?
There's no way we did, to be perfectly honest. No, mine is a bit more rom than com.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's yours?
So Sleepless in Seattle.
Okay. Yeah. A great movie.
It's great.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah. I don't know. Love it.
Tom Hanks,
Meg Ryan.
And
like, I don't know. I guess it's also it's like the parenting thing, you know? Tom Hanks.
Because he's with his son.
Right. He's like a single dad with his son. He's, like, man, it's good. It's really good. It's one of those movies that you wish it was longer.
Yeah, it is. It does kind of go by fast, doesn't it?
You get to the end of it and you just kind of wish, like, dang, I wish there was more to this story.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I got a call from work, so I was just making sure everything was fine.
Oh.
Whoa. Sorry, keep going. Keep going.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Sleepless in Seattle. It's fire. You should watch it.
Mine is When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, all right.
So that's why, very similar vein. It's like When Harry Met Sally, You've Got Mail, and Sleepless in Seattle are all kind of in the same group. And well, they're all Meg Ryan.
They are all Meg Ryan.
When Harry Met Sally is it's just such a vibe. Billy Crystal's so funny.
It's still we talked about this on one of the very first episodes of the podcast, but I still haven't watched that movie. I know, which is ridiculous.
Whoa, wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just one of the.
Remember that.
It's like one of the only movies that like I know for a fact is amazing, and I just haven't made the time. I don't think I have. I don't think I have it on.
It's also not streaming on anything right now, which is really annoying.
Right. And I think that's the point is like when something's not available for streaming, it's a little bit like, ooh, okay, I just have to wait for that to pop up.
Right.
To take advantage of this opportunity, you know? So, yeah. But
I love that one. Eventually. It's very funny. And it's like two like unlikely kind of strangers go on a road trip and kind of hit it off, but then like kind of don't like each other at the same time.
Nice.
And then it just like spans like a decade of them kind of like seeing each other random moments again. It's all in New York City. Like it's just fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
When Harry Met Sally. I will watch it eventually.
Yeah, you should. It's like this is a great time of the year to watch it because it's kind of like a fall Christmas movie.
Yeah. Man, okay, well, we'll get there.
Whoa, was that your stomach?
That was my stomach.
That was crazy.
Yeah. You know, Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
Dope. All right. Next up is drama. I struggled with this one. I did find my recommendation, but I struggled.
Okay.
Do you want to go first or me?
I can go first. Mine is Good Will Hunting.
Oh, nice.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Also a great movie for the fall. Young Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, they wrote the script together. And it's just such a good movie. Robin Williams, like
classic.
I
finally watched it not that long ago. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
I just feel like it's so good.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole scene between there's a scene between Robin Williams and Matt Damon where he's really kind of, I don't know, fathering him a little bit.
Okay. Yep.
And it's such a good scene.
Yeah.
And the acting in it's incredible. It's just such a great movie.
I love Matt Damon.
Movie. Yeah, I do too.
I'm a big Matt Damon
I do
fan.
really like Matt Damon. And Minnie Driver is in it. She's really great. So that's a great it's a good drama that's not like too sad. You know what I mean? Like
I do think
at the end of it, you don't feel like gutted. It's definitely like emotional, but you don't feel like that was horrible. Now I need to go watch something happy.
And I think I struggle with movies that end sad. I really do.
Yeah, like I kind of do too.
I don't know what it is. It hurts. Like it's like something that I immediately want to go do something that almost redeems the emotion.
Right. Yeah.
Which is like I watch movies for the fun and the joy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so when it doesn't end with like a redeeming or uplifting type of vibe, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I get that.
Like I'm happy I watched it, but also
I
may never watch that movie again if it ends that way.
Yeah.
All right. My drama is The Count of Monte Cristo.
I actually don't know if I've ever watched it all the way through, or if I have, it has been so long that I don't remember it.
It's so good. I actually just watched it again recently.
I need to watch it.
I like it a lot. It's one of those also, maybe that's a story for another time. But why can I not think of the guy's name? Jim Caviezel.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jim Caviezel, who plays Jesus in The Passion of the Christ. And like honestly, every movie I've watched of his or show, because he had that show that he did. I don't
know what you're talking about.
It starts with a P. I know it does. It starts with, it was a fire show. It was like 6 seasons and it was incredible. Okay, anyways. Jim Caviezel is fire. Everything I've seen him do is really good. And yeah, he does love Jesus, which is cool. There was one time, this is a super fast story, but there was one time.
Didn't you like meet him or something?
No, there was one time Kiana and I just moved back from Wisconsin to Michigan. We were living for a few months till we found a place. We were living with Kiana's parents.
Yeah, I remember.
And we watched like a few Jim Caviezel movies that we had never seen, just kind of like in a row. I think at least a couple of them. He did this one movie where he's like a firefighter and he's like talking to and interacting with his dad, like in a time travel type of way, because his dad died.
Oh, interesting.
Over a radio. It's a great movie. Point is, I don't know how it happened, but my mother-in-law, this was incredible. My mother-in-law all of a sudden goes, guys, like around the same time that we had just watched these movies. Like, guys, Jim Caviezel just followed me on Instagram, or yeah, I think it was Instagram or Twitter or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it was Instagram. Jim Caviezel just followed me on Instagram, and like, just because he's like a movie star, and so I'm like freaking out. She's freaking out. My mother-in-law. I'm jumping up and down. No way, Jim Caviezel followed you on Instagram. She's like, oh my God. You're like, we're tweaking. And then we kind of come down off the high of it all a few minutes later. And she walks down the hall and we hear her go, oh, wait. And I said, wait, what? And she said, wait. And she walked back out and she showed us the phone. She's like, is this Jim Caviezel? It was like a
fan account or something?
It was like a fan account that was like at Jim Caviezel, but it was like spelled like the I and the E in Caviezel were like switched. And there was like no blue check or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so it was hilarious. We were in tears when we realized it was not actually Jim Caviezel.
That's hilarious.
It was amazing.
That's funny.
It was one of my favorite moments ever with my mother-in-law.
That's hilarious.
Cracked up.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Action movie?
Yeah. This one, I feel like this is gonna throw you a little bit, but low key, this movie's so good. It's a Guy Ritchie film.
Oh, I can guess what it is.
What is it?
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
No.
Oh.
But I love that
The Gentleman?
movie too. No.
Wait, no, it's Guy Ritchie. Is it Sherlock Holmes?
No.
Is it? Because I like Guy Ritchie.
I love his stuff.
It's not The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, is it? Because I haven't seen that one, but it just came out and apparently it's really good.
King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
Oh, yes. Okay.
It's like this crazy...
I've seen that like once, I think.
It's like this crazy take on the King Arthur story.
I really like Charlie Hunnam.
Hunnam, yeah. Oh.
He's great.
I love him. He's great. Honestly.
He's in a few of his movies, I think.
Yeah. He's in The Gentleman. Yeah. Nah, literally Charlie Hunnam, one of my favorite actors to watch.
He's really good.
I really like him. He's so good looking too. I mean, my goodness, the guy. He's crazy. Whew, jeez. I'm married to a woman. So anyways,
man crush.
King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. It's this crazy adaptation of the King Arthur story. It is filled with action. It's like Guy Ritchie does. It's a super fast-paced movie. You really got to try to
He always edits really cool.
The edit is so fire. I'm freaking out, man. You got I watch the movie at least once a year, I feel like. It is so good.
I didn't realize that. I need to rewatch that.
It has Jude Law in it as well.
Oh, yeah. Also in his other movies.
Yeah.
He's in Sherlock Holmes.
It also has what's his name? It's okay. I can't think of his name.
Okay.
Oh, but yeah, it has one, maybe two different people that were in Game of Thrones. He used a great cast for that movie.
He does. It always has really great people.
Yeah. Go watch King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Whew.
My action movie or movies, because there's two.
Oh.
They're both Christopher Nolan.
I did this for one.
They're both Christopher Nolan.
Oh, here we go.
Tenet.
I could have called this.
Yeah,
one.
I know. But I was like, but I've already talked about Tenet on the podcast.
Yeah,
so
but it doesn't matter.
We need to say another one. So I threw in there The Dark Knight.
Oh,
because I love that one.
The Dark Knight is really good.
Any of the Batman trilogy from Christopher Nolan, they're amazing.
Here you are, cheating the game.
But
cheating the game.
I really love Dark Knight. So.
She's going to throw out 2 recommendations for one category. One of those recommendations
most of the rest of mine have 2.
Trilogy. Are you serious right now?
Yeah. Anyway,
I made myself narrow down to 1.
No, let's go to Thriller because I'm excited about
Freaking
Thriller.
Ridiculous. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, what, me?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Shutter Island. Have you ever
Okay.
seen Shutter Island?
I have not.
Oh my gosh. When I just went and visited my friend in Connecticut, Sadie, I watched it with her and her fiance, Jacob. And I mean, I was so engrossed in that movie. Crazy. Like, okay, the premise is Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark Ruffalo are two like detective cop type people. And it's post World War II. And there's a prisoner missing on Shutter Island. And Shutter Island is an island for the criminally insane. So like people that would be in prison but are just too insane to be in prison and are like mentally unstable go to this island. So it's
crazy.
like crazy. It almost feels like you're about to watch a horror movie, but it's not. It's just
interesting.
It is a thriller. And basically they're trying to figure out like who and where this missing prisoner is, and everybody on the island just being shady. But then you think like, well, no, is it Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark Ruffalo that are being shady? Like the whole time you're trying to figure it out.
Wow.
And it's the craziest twist ending. Like I was trying to figure it out the whole movie, and usually I have a pretty good like scope for those things and I can see kind of what's going on.
Yeah.
They got me. They got me pretty good. I don't feel like I even had an idea of what was happening till the last like 15 minutes. I was like, oh, maybe is it this? But even my idea of what it was not built out enough to like be able to really have been like, I saw that coming.
Wow.
So it was really, really good.
I love movies like that.
Yeah.
Ugh,
anyway.
I love being surprised.
Yeah.
It's
What's
my
your
favorite.
thriller?
My thriller is Tenet.
Shocking.
Nice. Yeah, Tenet's just crazy. We talked about it before. It is easily one of the best movies I've ever watched.
This one's also a little better.
It's phenomenal. Yippee.
Tenet?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee. What?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah. Fall movie?
Fall movie. I actually wonder if we did the same one for this one.
We probably did.
You've Got Mail.
Oh, no.
Wow. Because you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
No,
it is a fall movie.
It is a fall movie. You've Got Mail.
Watch it right now.
So
it's fall.
good. Yeah, it's crazy.
Mine were Fantastic Mr. Fox. Of course.
I almost did
is
that.
Like quintessential fall
it's
movie.
So good.
Could not get more fall movie
Nope.
than Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Just the colors alone.
And it's just, dare I say, a fantastic movie. It's
so good.
So good.
Oh, man.
Like, honestly, as an adult, it is just a phenomenal movie. And I also kind of said Knives Out because that's a good fall movie. And I really like Knives Out.
Anna de Armas is in that, right?
Yeah, she's the main character.
It's like one of the,
One
and
of
that's
her
like
first things.
It is one of her first things.
That's the first thing I saw her in.
Yeah. And obviously Daniel Craig.
Well, yeah, and so many famous people. I mean,
the cast is crazy.
Sound of Music and
You mean Dick Van Dyke?
No, that's Mary Poppins.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
No.
Wait, what?
The guy from the main guy from Sound of Music is the old guy.
Main guy from Sound of Music. The dad in Sound of Music?
Yeah, the like general guy.
Yeah. Wow.
And Chris Evans and
oh yeah. Yep.
Toni Collette and so many famous people are in that movie. Really good movie.
That cast is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I think I've only watched Knives Out one time, but I really liked it.
Love that movie.
I want to watch the second one.
It's not good.
No?
Don't waste your time.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. That's what they did it with Netflix. It was dumb. Christmas movie?
Okay, yeah, sorry. Christmas movie. This one is easy for me. I know it's like it's probably like, oh yeah, tons of people say this or whatever, but sorry, it's just true. Home Alone 2.
That's what I wrote down.
Home Alone 2. Did you really?
I said Home Alone 2.
Come on
or Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Because I thought maybe you'd write down Home Alone 2. I think Christmas Vacation is an elite Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's definitely top 3. It's definitely top 3.
I feel like people that don't like it, I'm like, you don't get it. You don't have good humor.
It's so solid.
The quotes that come out of that movie are so funny.
Home Alone 2 as well, same thing.
Absolutely.
And Home Alone. To be perfectly honest, those are my top 3 Christmas movies.
Home Alone 2, and Christmas Vacation. Yeah, same, honestly.
And if someone tells me like, "Oh, how could you not have Elf in your top 3?" Listen, I get it.
I love Elf.
Elf is phenomenal.
It every year.
Elf is a 10 out of 10 movie. It just so happens that Home Alone 2, and Christmas Vacation are all 10.5 out of 10. They break the scale. When you break the scale, it is what it is.
I agree.
Ugh.
Best classic.
This was tough because the three of my favorite classics are Christmas movies.
That's fine.
So I picked one of those.
Yeah.
And it's way up there on the Christmas list too, but It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, that I thought you were going to say White Christmas.
It makes me cry.
I need to rewatch It's a Wonderful Life this year because as a kid I watched it and just didn't like it. And so then for years now I've said I don't like that movie, but it's just because I haven't watched it since I was probably like 11.
It's amazing.
Because when I was like 11, it unsettled me. I really didn't like it.
Yeah, I just think like when you're super young, it's a little bit like this doesn't feel emotionally moving because it's about life.
Right.
It's about life and some of the real things.
Now.
You would. But like as soon as you experience a little bit more life, like even like you're still young, you're old middle school, even in high school, even at those ages, I think like It's a Wonderful Life, one of the best classic movies you can watch. It's so phenomenal. Oh, it moves you. Oh my gosh. And there's also really some like fun scenes and like funny moments and stuff, like classic stuff. So yeah.
All right. Oh, mine is Roman Holiday. Audrey Hepburn. Great movie.
Nice.
That's basically what I have to say about it.
Nice.
Amazing cinematography and lighting and all that. It's really beautiful. Best franchise. I will say, disclaimer for this one, I'm not saying this is the best franchise, but this is the one that like currently I'm having the most fun watching.
Oh shoot. We might have said the same one then.
Mine's Harry Potter.
Oh, okay. We did not say the same one, but Harry Potter is phenomenal. Oh my gosh. We just
watched Half-Blood Prince.
We grew up not being allowed to watch it.
Yeah. Now as an adult, I love it.
I watched it for the first time in
2018.
2018. Wow, how'd you know that?
Because that's the same time I watched it.
Oh, yeah. 2018 was the first time I watched it, and I was already like well into adulthood watching Harry Potter for the first time. Again, not allowed to watch it growing up, and watching it now, it's crazy. I see so many like things that parallel the gospel in Harry Potter. Like I know it's like witchcraft, but also it's like I see Jesus in it, man.
I tell everybody this. I've read this article from J.K. Rowling multiple times and no one ever believes me.
I believe you.
But she said that like she's a Christian and a lot of the story is based on the gospel and Jesus' life. But she didn't want to say that while anything was coming out. A, because she didn't want to give stuff away. And B, because most people would be turned off by it. Like that weren't Christians.
Yep.
And she wanted to be able to reach like a wide audience.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no one ever believes me. They're like, no, that's demonic. I'm like, okay.
Some nonsense, I tell you.
I'll enjoy it then.
Yeah.
You think I'm
definitely not demonic. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
I do understand.
There's
like we have a friend.
Things in there for sure, but
there's dark things in the Bible too.
Yeah, there's much crazier things in the Bible.
Yeah, but then also, so we have a friend, and this friend listens to the podcast. This friend knows who they are. What's up?
I don't know who you're talking about.
But they have just like a personal conviction of not watching Harry Potter, which like that could be a thing. Like if Holy Spirit's like, yo, like I don't want this for you. I promise you it's better for you. If you don't watch this, then great.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that conviction, you also don't need to feel shame and watching Harry Potter's because it's got witchcraft. Like, dog, what?
Yeah.
The Bible has witchcraft.
It's not that serious that you need to watch it. If you don't feel like watching it, don't. It's not a big deal.
But it is our recommendation.
But it is a recommendation.
Yeah, you should because it's so good. If you
don't feel a certain way about it, give it a shot.
Yeah, it's so good. And if you are allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if your parents say no.
Like we didn't break the rules. We
listen to them.
Yeah, we didn't. We made sure to listen to that.
You can decide later when you're not in their home.
That's right. My franchise movie recommendation is Oceans 11, 12, and 13.
Great movies.
Specifically,
I almost said
11,
one of those
12,
for
13.
the action movie.
Okay.
But I was like, is it action? I don't know.
I wouldn't say so. I would say
it's like kind of comedy, kind of drama, kind of action.
Yeah, I would say it doesn't. I feel like it's way more like adventure than action if we're trying to put a title on it. But ultimately, it's phenomenal. They pull off these heists and they just get out of sticky situations and oh man, Ocean's 11, 12, 13.
Situations where it's so like good. The good guys are kind of the bad guys, but you're rooting for them as if they're the good guys.
But the way that they're doing bad guy things is in
it's like Robin Hood.
Yeah, it's like in a good guy way. And like in also These
Steal
movies
from the rich
are,
to give to the poor.
but like not really.
The poor is themselves.
But I think the other part about Oceans 11, 12, and 13 is the comedy in these movies is
so funny.
Extremely clever, and it is
fast-paced.
It's fast-paced, it's clever, and it's like the timing of these little remarks, and then they also, it's super dry humor. The delivery on anything comedic in these three movies is tell like it's comedy with a straight face, and it's like zoomed over. Right. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's one of those, you really have to like pay attention in order to be like, oh, I loved that movie.
Yeah,
if you absolutely don't pay attention, you're gonna be like, what happened?
I feel like that's the case with most of the movies that we recommend.
That's probably true.
Yeah, but anyways.
A movie to never watch again.
We should save that for last. Okay. Best soundtrack.
Best soundtrack. I have two.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I wonder if one of yours is mine.
It's probably my best soundtrack is Dan in Real Life.
Okay, I was gonna go that route.
I figured, but
I didn't.
Dan in Real Life. Sondre Lerche did the soundtrack for it. It's so phenomenal. It's so Every good. Single one of the songs just like makes me tear up the second I hear it. It just is nostalgic and emotional and sentimental and so good. And the music itself is just good. And
it pulls on your heart.
It really does.
Yeah,
it's so good. And then also Babylon.
Oh, I haven't watched this movie. You've told me to. Yep.
And that's a loose recommendation. Like, be forewarned if you're gonna watch it. There's a lot of stuff in there. I think I've talked about it before. I can't remember if I talked about it, but like, there's a lot in there. Definitely, like, look up the content stuff before you decide if you're gonna watch it.
Yep.
And just know that, that's the case.
There could be some tough stuff to watch in there.
But the music in it is absolutely insane. It's Damien Chazelle's movie, and the music is by what's his name? He did La La Land and he did Babylon. He's done all of Damien Chazelle's movies. He did Whiplash. What the freak is
Whiplash?
His name?
Is that J. Jonah Jameson?
Justin Hurwitz. That's his name.
Whiplash with
J.
Jonah Jameson.
J.K. Simmons. And
J. Jonah Jameson is his name in Spider-Man. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin Hurwitz, he does all of Damien Chazelle's movies, the music for it. So that music is absolutely phenomenal.
I believe that.
I mean, like, my life has changed when I heard it. I was like,
I feel like,
crazy.
Can we just give an honorable mention for best soundtrack? Because it's not either of ours. An honorable mention to the Dune movies.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Holy moly.
Hans Zimmer.
Yeah. And I just feel like,
his team. Yeah.
And like, so far, the things that I've seen from Denis Villeneuve is like, the soundtracks are phenomenal. Like, that must be a big thing for him as a director, for sure.
Have you seen Blade Runner 2049?
Yes, and Arrival.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's phenomenal. Yeah. I really like him.
Yeah.
His movies are good. Really good. Nice. Okay, so my movie recommendation for best soundtrack is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Yes,
I thought for sure you might go there, but
I forgot about that. Yes.
Dan in Real Life
soundtrack. It's those two for me. Like, those are pretty neck and neck.
Yeah.
So many good songs.
The song choices in there, they just like
Lake Michigan and Juniper and the like Of Mice and Men song. And
every single song in the movie.
And like the actual score is really good too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just
so good.
It's like
it's just emotional.
And
like it incites like, I want to like live my life.
Yeah, it convinces me that I am meant for more.
Which is like, how powerful. Wow.
That's so great.
That's crazy.
I love it.
That is really good.
Yep.
A movie to never watch.
And this is where we'll end.
So I watched, this came out this year. I think it came out earlier this year. With Anne Hathaway and this one younger actor. I don't remember his name. But it's called The Idea of You. It was on Amazon Prime. And it's like a movie that's based on,
I feel like I watched it.
It was so stupid. It was a movie based on apparently a Harry Styles fan fiction.
Oh.
That is actually like based on real life. Like he had a relationship with a woman named Caroline Flack, who's now passed away. She used to be the host of Love Island.
Oh.
UK.
Yeah. Okay.
They like dated for a while when he was like 18 and she was like 40.
Wow, that lady died?
Yeah, she passed away a few years ago.
Whoa.
And they like dated and it was like a weird whole situation. And then they made someone wrote a fan fiction about it that like caught a bunch of traction. And then like, cause there's like so many One Direction fan fictions, like people like know them by name.
So made up stories
about them. Yeah. That are written by fans. And so then
which is especially touching right now because of that dude that just died.
Liam Payne.
Sad.
But someone made a movie based on that fan fiction, or maybe wrote a book or something. And the movie was just so stupid. Like Anne Hathaway is like this girl's mom and she goes to a concert for her daughter who's like a teenage girl. And she accidentally stumbles into his like trailer and they meet and
wait. I did watch this. I did watch this.
So dumb.
No, me and Kiana watched this.
I thought it was so stupid.
Oh.
Like it was just so stupid.
Okay, we did watch this.
I'm just like,
we did watch
how
this.
is that Anne Hathaway? Like, how is that the same person that was in like so many good movies? I just can't. I'm like, she was cutting a check. Like she just needed a check. That's the only explanation I can find.
Can I say something?
You liked it?
I didn't like it as in like, oh, I'm going to watch it again. But I didn't hate it the way that you're talking about it.
I mean, I don't think it's the worst movie I've ever seen.
Right.
I think it's not a good movie.
Yeah, it's probably not a movie I'd ever watch again. So, movie to never watch again. I actually think that's completely fair. But I don't know if I'd say like it was so stupid. Yeah. I just thought like, but no, I get what you're saying. It was just like
dumb.
Yeah, I 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Like now that I've seen it once, I'm like, I'll never watch it again. Yeah. 100%.
I mean, it was a fun experience. I laughed through so much of it. It's like, I was just like, what?
Maybe movies to never watch again is like, watch it once. Make sure you don't watch it twice.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Well, mine is kind of the same thing. You should watch these movies one time because like you have to complete the story. Hint. But you should never watch them again because they ruined the story. And so this is the one category that I broke the rules and I did 2 movies like you did for half of them.
Sorry.
The Matrix 2 and 3.
Yeah. I love the first one.
The first Matrix movie is low-key one of the greatest movies ever made. I know that's a stretch, but also it's so good. Oh, I love The Matrix so much.
Yeah.
I was freaking out when I finally watched it. I was like, oh my gosh, how have I not watched it sooner? I mean, I watched it a long time ago, but came out in 99 or 2000? It was phenomenal. Crazy, incredible movie. And then I went into 2 and 3 expecting these movies to be just as life-changing and exciting.
Yeah.
And instead what I got was real disappointed.
Yeah.
And it basically ruined the whole story.
It just stretched it too.
When I now watch Matrix 1, I try to forget that 2 and 3 were ever made. And it doesn't fully work. Like you can't just erase it from your memory that's where they took the story.
Right.
So frustrating. So low-key, maybe these 2 actually are movies you should never watch. If you've never seen them,
just watch the first one.
Maybe only watch the first one and pretend the story ends there. Because if you watch 2 and 3, it just kind of is like mess with your head.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Honorable mention real quick. Best animated movie.
Oh, I was wondering about this. Oh,
I say Ratatouille.
Ratatouille's phenomenal.
I mean, it's unmatched. I feel
so
like.
Good.
I mean, there's a lot of contenders, but to me, it's Ratatouille.
Wow. You put me on the spot here, and there's so many animated movies that I love.
Right.
It's like very difficult.
Because like we love robots.
Robots is so good.
Like Over the Hedge.
Over the Hedge is also great.
But like in
Surf's
terms
of Surf's Up is so good.
But in terms of just like overall best.
Yeah, overall quality.
I would say it's Ratatouille.
This is quite difficult.
Because then you've got like Lion King and Up and
there's so
Toy
many.
Story
yeah,
and
that's
like,
where I was potentially going to go with this.
Bug's Life and like I even really love Luca, but I
just Luca is so good.
Love
man.
Luca.
Luca's
also
so good.
Great music in Luca.
What is Silencio Bruno?
I think it's such a cute movie.
It's phenomenal.
But yeah, I would say mine is still Ratatouille.
This is hard.
Well,
I know. We don't have much time. I feel like this thing's gonna cut out on us any second.
Yeah, we've had some technical difficulties today.
We have. Man. How about this? Can you just outro our podcast episode, and by the time you're done outroing, I'll come up with an answer?
Yeah. Well, guys, we will be back next Sunday. Like our podcast, follow us, subscribe, review us so that we can keep doing this all the time, and one day maybe get paid to do it. Would be super cool. We can quit all of our other jobs. And yeah, go follow us on Instagram and TikTok, YouTube.
I got it. Peter Pan.
Oh, great one. Great one.
Thanks.
Also great music. All right, guys. Well, go watch some movies. We'll see you next Sunday.
Adios.